Funny thing is, that happened to me 20 years ago, but even to today, I believe we are in what we call a trust recession. The term I coined a while back, and I asked myself, what does that even mean? So I laid it out into a process to show you what I think it means, and you can tell me if it resonates with you. So step one is we are now in a commoditized world where the consumers, your buyers, are shopping you against who? How many right now feel that in your market, that your leads are taking your information and they're doing what? Going somewhere else? They take your quote, your proposal, you know, the PDF thing you send them on email, and they compare your PDF to that PDF, and they scroll down to the bottom looking for what? Look at the price, and they say to themselves, let's see, they're all the same, who's the cheapest? Anyone experiencing that right now? That's where things are going. Maybe not yet, but you will soon. Okay, that's where the world's going because of all technology is giving everything the empowerment to the consumer in advance of talking to you. They've already kind of figured out the game. That's their game in the back of their brain. So when that happens, and they're now shopping you against someone else who looks comparable, what happens is we feel compelled when we're talking to these leads and people to actually do what I call free consulting, where we educate them, we add value, we give them information, we give them our best stuff to try and what? To convince them that we're the one for them. Who feels like they're doing a bit of free consulting right now with your opportunities? You know what I'm talking about? They're asking you questions, and you're what? Delivering answers? Spilling the beans. And it feels like it's a great conversation. There's chemistry. They're even qualified. And you've done from your bottom of your heart, you've given them as much value as possible. At the end of the call, they say to you this: I'd like to think about it. Who gets that sometimes? And you're like, what? Think about it? I just answered your questions. What do you want to go think about? It's very frustrating. And then what happens after that, we end up in this mode where we are then chasing these leads. Who is now chasing folks who are lukewarm, who said maybe, yeah, and now you're calling and follow up with them. You got a pipeline, it's so exciting, but you're trying to get a hold of everybody. They kind of slip through through the net. That's the cycle I think we're in right now. It's the vicious cycle. It's going to spin a lot faster real quick. Myth number one. I hear this a lot from new clients, but Ari, I need to build a relationship with them first before they can trust me. And my answer to that is, which I'll show you today, is that basically people can trust you without having to build a relationship with them first. There's a way to do that, and I'll show you that today. This is also a classic one too, but wait, I need to qualify them first. I've got to gather the facts to size them up. The fact-finding and sizing up piece comes after they trust you, not before they trust you, because they don't want to have that feeling from you at the beginning of your conversation. Here's another classic one too. This is very common. Oh, but I need to discuss their goals. What are they trying to achieve? What's their end goal? What's their vision they want to achieve? In many cases, you're probably seeing this, many of your clients and customers that are new can't think past tomorrow. All they can think about, what is their problem now? And what happens is we try to future sell them the future, they just can't go with you on that. So we'll talk about how to stay present with them on their current problem in the space now, for them to pay you to solve their problem now, work with them later on their future plans. Last one is this one here. This is really hard to let go of, because psychologically, we feel that our potential leads and prospects have to get to like us first. And in many cases, here's the irony of all this. They don't even have to like you to trust you. They just have to trust you. So much of that social conditioning is in the back of our subconscious. We can't help ourselves but to try and start the relationship and the sales process that way. So from a sales funnel to what I call a sales cylinder that looks like that. A sales cylinder is when you only put in your ideal clients. Your focus is not on volume of leads. Your focus is on how to convert those leads into new clients using trust. It's called low volume, high conversion. Who likes that idea? Less marketing costs, less chasing, less people going after what I call ghosts who don't call you back. I'm talking about not zooming out today, but zooming in on your narrowest space where you can win this game by only bringing those ideal clients in. Now, with that level of thinking, that green means trust building. And we're going to talk about how to do that. Now, to get you in this headspace, what I have to do is kind of shift your thinking a bit. Now, oh yeah, I want to mention a few more myths around this whole funnel, the funnel thing. I hear this a lot. Ari, if we just had more leads, we can grow our business. And I say to them, look, try and do this. Stop working on more leads and focus only on a higher conversion of the ones you already have. This is a great one too. Oh no, wait, we have a long sales cycle. It's just the way it goes. It takes a long time for us to get a yes in our process. Well, typically long sales cycles are indicative of a lack of trust, right? How long does it take for someone to say to you, I'm in, let's do this? About 3 seconds. But somehow it takes them 6 months to say yes. And typically it's because our process that we're currently using puts them into that funnel where we have to chase them to get to that yes. When you want to go see a doctor, what's the process you have to go through to go see one? What's step number 1? Call them on the phone and make an appointment. And then when you make the appointment, you set aside how much time on your diary, because traffic and driving. You might add a half an hour in the front end and a half an hour in the back in case of traffic. So you add extra time. Then you show up in the office, and then you do what when you get to the office? You sit, and you wait. And you look yourself, I have appointments to do. I have things to do. You're on your phone, but you're busy. But are you invoicing him for your time? No, that's not how it works. You're not happy, but you're complying, aren't you? We all do. Then they call our name. We're like, oh, thank God. We walk in the clinic in the door. We sit down in his office or her office. And the first thing they say to you is, where does it hurt? Then they diagnose your problem. They don't talk about where they went to school, who their patients are, their unique capabilities. They don't even try and become what? Your friend. They don't try and build a relationship with you. Yet their clarity they've given you on your problem you've got, you feel you've gotten value from the clarity on why it hurts so much. They write you a prescription. Now you walk out the door, and you go where when you walk out the door? Where do you go next before you leave the office? You pay. You pay them not for solving your problem, only for what? Diagnosing it. Who solves the problem at the end? The pharmacist. They dispense the medicine, not the doctor. You're right. Our fee can be, here's the key word, perceived as high. You're right. If you have a chance to actually use what we do to solve your problem. No doubt about that. You're absolutely right about that. And they're going what now at the back of their brain? They're going what? They're going, huh? What? He's not trying to do what? He's not trying to. Now there's a pause. Then you say, would you be open to relooking at your situation to see if we can make a business case around this to make it work for you and work for me? Would you be open to that? That's how you re-engage them again without the pressure.